Hi and welcome to another crystal clear tutorial. I'm Ed from Crystal Clear Aquatics and I'm here in sunny Hampshire on site servicing one of my clients' ponds. This is an ideal opportunity for me to answer a frequently asked question, which is how to perform a backwash on an Oase filtoclear. That's what I'll show you. So this is an Oase filtoclear 30,000, which has got an integrated 55 watt UVC, a large stack of foams, and it's a very efficient filtration system. Simple inlet, outlet, and a secondary outlet here, which is the discharge for the backwash. Now with Oase or anything blue, it's colour coordinated, it's mechanical, and it's designed to do something. So in this example we've got a blue lever here which you pull to clean the filter foams inside the unit, and a blue valve here which you rotate to perform the backwash. So performing a backwash on an Oase filtoclear can be performed in 5 simple steps. 1. Remove the discharge blanking cover and attach your discharge hose to the filter unit. 2. Rotate the blue valve anti-clockwise until it points to the discharge outlet. It will also click when it's in the correct position. Pull the blue lever 3 or 4 times and wait for the water to run clear from the discharge hose. Step 3. Continue to rotate the blue valve anti-clockwise until it points to the UV clarifier. Again, pull the blue lever 3 or 4 times and wait for the water to run clear out of the unit. Step 4. Return the blue valve, continuing anti-clockwise until it points back to the original position, which is pointing on the filter outlet. Again, it will click when it's in the correct position. And step 5. Remove the discharge outlet and replace the blanking cover on the discharge outlet. So step 1 was to remove this blanking cover on the end of the discharge outlet, and by unscrewing that you'll notice that water leaks out of this outlet. That's normal. The blue valve here isn't designed to be completely watertight, which is why you've got a blanking cap in the first place. When you take it off, it's worth noting that you've got a rubber seal inside this. It's very important that that doesn't fall out and that you lose it, so make sure it's in place and you keep it somewhere safe. Now I can attach the discharge hose that I've left in position. So the discharge hose is attached. Step 2 was to rotate this blue valve anti-clockwise until it points to this direction. And you can feel and hear a slight click when it's in the correct position. Now water is discharging out of this outlet. You can see it coming out here. So it's worth noting that if you left it in this position and went away for any length of time, you're going to empty your pond. So you need to perform the next few steps reasonably quickly. Pull this blue lever 3 or 4 times to compress the sponges. Now I've pulled that blue lever 3 or 4 times and you can see what's coming out is pretty brown, mucky water. I'll wait for a sec until that water runs clear. So step 3, rotate the blue valve until it points to the UVC. Again, it clicks. And to pull this blue lever 3 or 4 times once more. Again, you'll get another puff of dirty water coming out from the unit. Let it run for 30 seconds to a minute or so until that water starts to run clear. So step 4, rotate the blue valve, again anti-clockwise until it points to the original position. And we're now returning water back to the pond. And the final step is to remove the discharge hose and to reattach the blanking cover, ensuring that the flat seal is still in place. So you completed a backwash with the blanking cover in its position. It's worth doing a few checks on the unit. Check to make sure that the inlets and the outlets aren't weeping. Check to make sure that the blanking cover you have replaced is on correctly and isn't leaking. Check to make sure that the blue valve is pointing to the correct position and water is returning back to the pond. And finally, it's always worth checking to make sure that the UV is switched on and that you can see the blue indicator light to show you that it's running. Now, something that's really worth mentioning is I frequently encounter a lot of clients that leave the discharge hose permanently attached to the filter unit. It's a great idea in principle, shortening the steps involved in a backwash, but the problem with doing this is the blue rotary valve isn't designed to be completely watertight. And as the filter starts to pick up silt and muck and pressure increases inside the unit, you can find that water can bypass that blue valve and water can weep out of the discharge hose, obviously resulting in loss of water from the pond. It's always worth removing that discharge hose from the filter unit and replacing that blanking cover permanently and leaving it in place until the next backwash. Now, how often should you be performing a backwash on the filter? Well, ideally at least once a month perform a backwash, more frequently once a fortnight or so. Doing a backwash on a unit like this, you can't over clean, so it's certainly worth doing it more frequently. In doing so, you're going to look after your foams, stop them from building up with too much debris and reducing efficiency of the filter, and also reducing the flow going through the unit. So thanks for watching. I hope you found that useful. If so, please like and subscribe. You've been watching a crystal clear tutorial, and I'm Ed from Crystal Clear Aquatics. Thanks for watching.